You mentioned Senna there. How was your relationship with Ayrton?
I was very good.
Was there ever an opportunity where you may have been teammates together?
There was the opportunity in Ferrari because Fiorio wanted to have a team of Senna-Patrese in Ferrari, but it never happened for me, and it never happened for Ayrton too. This is the only moment that they could be teammates. But let's say that Ayrton, I said before, I think is one of the two drivers that I saw in my career that they could make a difference for winning, even with an inferior car, with a car that was not a winning car. It was him and Michael Schumacher.
Sure. And if you could pick one of them, if there was Patrese Grand Prix and you could have one of those two drivers, which one would you choose? Schumacher or Senna?
Sorry, who is the best between Schumacher and Senna?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, really, I cannot say that. I put on the top both of them. They were very different, I think, but at the end they were outstanding, the same. I think both of them, they had very bad luck in life. They were lucky when they were racing, but very bad luck in life. And I'm sad for them, for what happened to them.
I'm also interested that your Formula One career came to an end in 93. You didn't look at IndyCar. You didn't look at a career in the Sports Car World Championship. Obviously, you'd done that before with Lancia, I understand, but you were ready just to hang up your helmet.
Well, yeah, so I was tired to go around with my suitcase every week. And at the end, I prefer to stay home, but not immediately, because when the 94 season started, I still had some, will to stay in Formula One, because it was very hard to see everybody starting the season and staying home. So let's say that I didn't decide yet 100% at the beginning of 94 that I was completely off. What happened was Imola weekend that because of this thinking that maybe I like to go back, I went to Imola, to the Williams team to say hello. And I had the idea to propose myself to do some tests for them, because I knew that they had the problem with the passive car, that they came back because the active was banned after 93. And I was the last driver that I drove a Williams passive, the 91 car, the 14. So I said that maybe I can give them some help to put together the car, because the car of 94 didn't handle very well. And Senna had the problem with Schumacher that I think won the Brazilian Grand Prix before to go to Imola. So anyway, with this idea to go and make some tests, I said, if I go there, I know that they like me. I know that they appreciate my work. And if I am quick, maybe for 1995, I can have back a drive with Williams and Ayrton, because in those days, Damon was just the newcomer, no? And I thought that maybe I could have that place. So I went there and I said this to Frank and Patrick, and they said, yes, fantastic. And then we went and we talked with Ayrton, and Ayrton was enthusiastic as well. And so we had a conversation all together. This was a Saturday afternoon after practice. And so I left Ayrton just to say bye-bye. Next test, we will meet. He said, yes, I'm happy to work with you. So very friendly conversation, and I left. And on Sunday, I was watching the Grand Prix, and the sad accident happened. immediately I said, here the fact is that maybe it's not. They don't need any more a test driver. They need a racing driver back. Anyway, I saw the Williams team in Monaco for the following Grand Prix. Frank wanted to talk with me, asking if I still had the idea to be with them, and maybe they needed not a testing driver, but a proper driver. And I still said yes. But in those 2 weeks after the accident, I didn't live very well. I had always conflicts. I was not happy with the fact that I had to go back to the car. So at the end, when finally it looked like that I really had to go and replace Ayrton, because I didn't feel very comfortable with this situation, because I started to think too much about it. But Ayrton was the most expert driver. He was in the team that I consider always the safest team. I knew how much care they put into the car, and it happened to him. Maybe it can happen to me as well. And if I stayed for so many years in Formula One and I'm still alive, maybe I go tomorrow and maybe it can happen to me. So anyway, I had too many doubts about that I never had before. So because of that, I decided that for me it was over. I called Frank and I said, look, if you had the idea to have me as a driver, it's better you consider another option, because at this point, probably I decided that for me, Formula One and for driving generally is over. Frank said, well, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure, because I don't feel confident. So thank you very much. And I put down the phone, and that was over with Formula One.
And when you put the phone down, was it a weight off your shoulders? Did you immediately feel different having said that to Frank?
No, I knew that I decided that, yes, it was over. And in effect, I didn't have any regrets after that. And because of that, I was with the mind free. As you saw, I went away also from the ambience of Formula One for many years, when I stayed calm with my new passions, my new hobbies, with the family. So I changed my perspective, definitely.
Wow.